So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for it, coming for it. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for it, coming for it. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in to Unfiltered with Tanya. Welcome in, everybody. This is my second channel. If you can't tell, I didn't leave my sign on. I turned it off. But welcome in. This is my second channel. If you don't know about my first channel, it is Titanium Built, and it's where we, do deep dives into true crime cases. This is Unfiltered with Tanya. This is more of a commentary channel and whatever life throws my way kind of channel. Some days are going to be deep. Some days are going to be chill. But everything here is going to be real. I promise you that. So whether we're talking about healing experiences, opinions, navigating life, that's what we're looking for over here. But today we're doing some commentary. Well, more of awareness, I want to say. More of, creator awareness, subscriber awareness, just awareness in general. Because a lot of people I think that in this anyway, because I used to be like this. I used to think this way. People with like a large platform, then, they're just doing everything right because they have this huge platform. When most of the time, that's not the case. Or if they do have a huge platform, there's a reason why they got there, right? So it's good to see everybody. Hey, Lee. Hey, Grandma Sherry. Hey, Mary Beth. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Tracy. And welcome in, everybody. Hey, Happy Cappy. It's good to see you guys. Okay, so let me, what I was going to go over is, I want to say first is I want to, approach this with seriousness, this topic. I don't want people to think that I'm coming after them or anything of that nature because I'm not. This is this is very serious. This is about, we're talking about domestic violence, and that's never a light subject to be talking about in general. So before we begin, I just want to make it very clear with everyone in the chat, I don't cover situations like this for shock value, drama, or to hurt anybody that's involved. Domestic violence, it affects real people, real families, and often leaves, a lasting damage to those people. So my sister-in-law, she is domestic violence. Well, she used to be a domestic violence advocate, case manager for a year. And, or for not for a year, I'm sorry, for like 10 years or maybe longer. And she quit about a year ago. I would say it's been about a year because she had given up, 10 years. And if you think about it, you were seeing somebody on their worst day. Like, when you go into those domestic violence, coalition centers, you're walking away from, usually something that's terrible. So, with that said, I give her props for doing it as long as she did it. So, but everyone in the chat, I know you guys will be respectful about it because you guys always are. So, but to give us a little bit of a background on JLR. Yeah, he's the guy in Arizona. So I don't even know how many. I'm gonna go check see how many subscribers he has. It's probably gonna make me sick, but he's been getting like a million, almost like 500,000 to 1 million views every day since Nancy Guthrie went missing. His subscribers, they have been going down, not subscribers, but viewers have been going down. I don't know if they're sick of the Nancy Guthrie coverage because there's nothing really going on and they're just sick of listening to him talk all day, or if they're hearing about the situation and they're deciding to, give back or, take away their support. But he does have 556,000 subscribers. And it says go-to place for breaking. No, it's not. Don't do that. Hey, honeybee fly. Yeah, well, a lot of people don't really know about him. Hey, KCG. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Hey, Mark. This is only like a little tip of the iceberg. So, okay, this should tell you a lot. He has sued so many people that he was in the Guinness World Book of Records for suing so many people. Then he sued the Guinness World Book of Records for giving him the title of being the person that sued the most people. Just let that sink in. I mean, so basically his timeline, there's so much. I could be here for 5 days talking to you guys. I did put a link in the chat last night for Deets on the Streets. She did a great video about a year ago over all of this stuff that he's been involved in. I'd recommend watching that and I'll put it in the chat too. Just don't let me forget. So between 2003, 2004, when I was graduating high school, that was when he was getting his federal fraud case. So he was arrested in a federal identity wire fraud scheme involving fraudulent checks, fake accounts, and financial deception. I saw him on a podcast. He was tripping over his words when they asked him why he went to jail. I thought it was pretty funny. He doesn't trip on his words anymore now because he's got his story down straight. But back then, he was like, well, I took money from businesses. So he had 10 years in prison. He wrote a book about it. Well, he didn't do that right away. Between 2004 and 2012, he was in prison, but he was filing lawsuits while incarcerated. He became nationally famous. That's how he became famous for literally filing thousands of lawsuits against many celebrities, politicians, sports teams, historical figures. I mean, even the Guinness World Book of Records, like I said, George W. Bush, Britney Spears, Michael Vick, the 3 Mile Island accident that happened. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, he sued them all. He sued them all. And then, I mean, there's more. So then in 2012, he was released from prison and he completed the main federal sentence, but he had to enter like the supervised release. So I think he's on supervised release maybe for 5 years. Because I remember when it first came on the platform, I remember thinking, how is he going to all of these places if he is on parole? Because you're not supposed to leave the state, I thought. without like asking your parole officer. And he was going like in the middle of the night to, he'd end up in Washington or California, Ohio, wherever, And so I'm like, I always thought that was a little weird. But so then, and this is what I fall back to. This was the thing. There wasn't just like one thing that made me not prefer JLR. It was a multitude of things, but this was the one thing that I really was like a gut punch. He impersonated a Sandy Hook victim's uncle. So after the Sandy Hook elementary shooting, JLR traveled without permission while on probation, and he impersonated a relative of the shooter, Adam Lanza, near the scene. That led to another arrest for probation violation. And then in 2018, a federal grand jury in Arizona charged him after authorities said he tried to file legal papers while impersonating Jerry Lee Loughner in connection with former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords. So he hasn't really stopped. And in the 2020s, he's been, YouTube's JLR, and he's just been going to crime scene after crime scene, making a ruckus. And I say that because you can tell when he gets bored. Like he'll go out there to these crime scenes and he'll be on his P's and Q's for the first couple of days, few days, maybe a week or two. If he's like the views he was getting at Nancy's, I think he was being pretty good in the beginning. But I think he starts to get bored. And that's when he gets bored with things, that's when evidence just starts coming up all of a sudden. Like, Nancy's, these pants, he's like, those could be Nancy's. Like, what? Everybody's been around her house for 30 days and ain't nobody found their pants. And all of a sudden you find the pants. You find the pants. It's just crazy to me. So it brings us to Christmas Day last year. So, okay. I had been wondering where I actually said that this is what kind of brought me to do this live too, because I was duped just the other day. No, all of us were in the chat. Apparently, because I said something about, we're talking about Nancy Guthrie, and I said something about JLR, and I said something like about, hey Perry, I said, what did I say? I said, what happened to Magnolia? Like, where's Magnolia? Because I don't know nothing about nothing like with that when it comes to that stuff. And I thought maybe one of you guys would have known like in the chat, but you guys did. You just said, hey, they broke up. And I was like, oh, they broke up. That's real sad. I said, oh, I feel bad for him. I was like, he's all by himself. He lives alone. I mean, I went on about it for probably a good minute. And I didn't even like the dude. And I was still like, there's the empathy. There's the empathy in me. No more of that. So, yeah, I had too much empathy that day. We can go on and on about his criminal record, though. I mean, and the stuff that he's done, really, we really could. Hey, Pamela. Can I watch him so much? Well, now I need to save my space. Well, I'm glad, but I'm not glad that it's, in your algorithm. Hey, Casey. It's just, yeah, he always repeats himself. Yeah. And it's like right when you think he's going to be good, right when you think he's all right. He's not doing nothing bad. He's just over there sitting at Nancy Guthrie's, making God knows how much. I'll never, I don't even know what that money would look like. 1 million views he was getting a day. But he doesn't have sponsors, so I don't know if it was on the lower end, but still, I mean, he was making like 10 grand a day, probably. And then I don't even know, because I like about the super chats and all that. I'm sure he was getting so much because he was having people deliver him food. And I told you guys when we saw that, I said, if you think for 1 minute he didn't have some inclination that was going to happen, then I said, y'all are blind, because that's what he does. I mean, he does ridiculous things. He'll mention things in chat like, oh, I'm hungry. I wish I could get a pizza or something. Or, oh, I'm thirsty. I wish I had a Snapple. All of a sudden, there's a Snapple. Thank you, Mary Beth, for becoming a member. Thank you. Welcome to Titan. Titan. I'm so Titan because I read it over here. You're a spicy pepper over here. I need to do a welcome to whatever it may be. but we are little peppers over here. We're a little spicier on this channel. So this is all the forms, all the paperwork, all the documents that I found, because these are all online. These are not hidden from anybody, but I wanted to just show you guys where I got them. I did redact addresses, phone numbers that I could find. I hope I didn't miss any. I don't like being that person that puts someone's information on the web, even if it's been on the web before, even if it's out there. I'm not doing it a second time. I feel like that's still a dox, So, yeah, Tracy, it is. It is creepy. Ladybug, you've been a member for 17 months. Frowning at each other. They're laying together back there. Can you hear Mia? You be a good girl. You're laying on your sister. I don't know why you're the one that's growling. And thank you for being a member over here for so long. I want to get her. They're like laying on each other. I've actually, hold on. Let me see if you guys can see this real quick so you can hear what I'm hearing. See the one dog on top of the other dog? Hey, stop growling at each other or I'll kick you out. I'll kick them out here in a minute if they don't stop. Okay, come on. They both stopped. That's so funny. I'm sorry. Okay. And so I'll be vulnerable for a minute. It's nothing that I'm ashamed of, but I had to use my domestic violence resources. My sister-in-law, thank you. She was godsend when I needed her. I dated a guy back in my 20s, early 20s, and he wasn't, let's just say, like, he wasn't a good guy. After I had broke up with him, I started fighting out, but he didn't put his hands on me or anything, because your girl didn't let that happen. I mean, I didn't let it, I didn't stay long enough for it to happen. Not that you people let it happen. So basically what I did was, he was coming into my work and he did grab my arm once at work, and that was it. End of discussion. I'm done. You're not going to do it with me, because I had overheard. Well, he had told me to, that he had beat up his ex. So that was all I needed to hear. My sister-in-law was so awesome. She literally, as soon as I walked in, I was crying. I was a mess because I was just, young. And she was like, everybody stop doing what you're doing. We need to figure this out. I was like her little sister, so she pulled me into her office and we talked for a long time. And it made me feel a lot better. And I just hope that Magnolia had that kind of resources at her disposal, because it felt good for somebody to they believed me and they were like, okay, yeah, let's get this figured out. And by the end of the day, he was in a lot of trouble. A lot. So, okay, let's start with the documents. Now, I tried to make sure that I hope I put the right ones up, that I went through and, redacted. Also, if you share files through this, through PDFs like this or whatever, you can redact them right there up here. I didn't know that until today. So this is going to be Jamie against Jonathan Richards, Jamie Phillips, and that's Magnolia. And she has it marked, I am the petitioner and at least 18 years of age. And then it says the respondent and petitioner. And then, so the respondent is going to be JLR and the petitioner is going to be Magnolia. And it says formerly resided together or cohabited. And it says formerly in a dating relationship. This is sad. I thought they were going to be together for a long time. So it says, please check the statement that applies to your circumstances with respondent. And she checked the first one. The respondent has committed domestic abuse to the petitioner or victim by the acts described in the attached affidavit. And then she put number 5, petitioner requests that the court issue an ex parte order of protection with the following provisions: excluding the respondent from a shared residence or from the residence of the petitioner or victim. And then it says respondent to be excluded from my current residence. Okay. And then prohibiting the respondent directly or through an agent from contacting the petitioner or victim except under the following conditions: only to respond to legal documents such as separation and restitution agreement via counsel. Were they married? Oh, no. Thank you. Pop Not Soda. I love that. I love that name so much. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate that so much. That's, yeah. We call it soda. My mom used to get mad if we call it pop. That's what's making me laugh so much. Legal documents such as a separation. Did they get married? Does anyone know? I don't believe they're married either, but it just sounds weird. Why did they do that to me? It says agreement via counsel. Maybe like separation of property. Like something like that is what they're talking about. Because they did live together. Now, like if me, like let's say if me and Vincent were to like separate, yeah, I would have to be like, let me back in there to get my stuff. It says excluding the petitioner's address from notice to the respondent, requiring the respondent to pay filing fees, service fees, court cost, and petitioner attorney's fees. And then it's signed here and it's notarized. And then this is the affidavit. This is what happened that night. And I believe it was Christmas. I, Jamie Phillips, petitioner in the above named order of protection case, having been duly sworn, deposed, and state the following under penalty of perjury. I am the petitioner in the above captioned case for a petition for an order of protection against the named respondent. In good faith, I believe I am entitled to an order of protection against the respondent, and I am submitting this affidavit in accordance with Arkansas Code, and then it gives the code. I wonder why it's Arkansas. Maybe that's where they were at the time that it happened. Because, they travel a lot. So that could be it. The specific facts and circumstances that have led to the filing of this order of protection are as follows. These facts, along with the facts alleged in my accompanying petition, constitutes my request for an ex parte order of protection and final order of protection. Beginning January 2023 and continuing through December 25th, 2025, I was involved in an intimate domestic relationship with the respondent, Jonathan Lee Riches. During the course of this relationship, the respondent engaged in a persistent and escalating pattern of domestic abuse, coercive control, intimidation, financial exploitation, and physical violence towards me. On 12/25/25, Christmas, the respondent violently assaulted me, causing extreme injuries, including broken nose and septum, significant trauma to my head and ribs, requiring emergency care, CT scans, x-rays, and will require reconstructive surgery to repair broken and crushed bones in my nose. Girl, I'm praying for you. I've had that done twice. This assault is currently pending felony assault charges. Threats to kill me with the chief criminal deputy prosecutor in Chelan County, Washington State case. It gives case number, police report attached. So I'm sorry, I like kind of stopped that, but like kill me. And then it says, I think it says with the criminal chief. So that's who she's with. Through the relationship, the respondent physically assaulted me on numerous occasions, including strangulation approximately 24 times. That's sickening. 24 times. You're welcome, Cromwell Rails. Thank you for the super sticker. In August 2025, respondent committed a brutal assault against me involving beating me repeatedly with his closed fist. Respondent threatened to kill me if I reported his assaults or if I called 911, Since the 12/25/25 felony assault, respondent has continued to abuse me using fear, threats, intimidation, ongoing financial abuse, theft of all our joint funds in an act of retaliation. Respondent fled the crime scene, fled the jurisdiction, and remains a flight risk. He has continued to contact me, and I'm in fear of immediate harm or death. That's insanity. And thank you guys all for being here. I would be it, I believe her. I do. I believe her. She never gave us a reason to never not believe her. And I did hear this, and I haven't been able to, I didn't go back to check the short. I need to go check the short because someone was telling me this in the chat last night that and I don't know if just take this with a grain of salt, but of all people, and I'm not trying to be, this is a person I wouldn't be trying to give props to, but I heard that Magnolia may have reached out to the creator T-Rev and was trying to get help. And maybe he was trying to help her. I don't know. But he did a short video, I guess, on it. And I haven't seen it yet. I went back and I think that might be like an older video. But of all people, Yeah. And so there's this one. And then we have this down here. So then petitioner's age or, name. She's 49. He's 49. And then that's all of that. So then this is the ex parte order of protection that she did get. Let me see here. This order is in effect until February 17th because then they got it a continuance. So let me see if there's another ex. No, there's not. Okay. I think I did. Just his name, his height, male. Is he 5'11" really? Would never guessed. Thought he'd be shorter. Respondent always wears a black ball cap. I love that. Like, I mean, really, you should have said media shirt. That'd be like saying Bullhorn Betty. She's going to have a bullhorn in her hand. So, like, identifiers. So, and this is a relationship identifier, and it says current or past dating relationship, former domestic partners. Oh, sorry, I didn't see this. The court hereby finds and orders that there is jurisdiction over the parties and subject matter, and petitioner has presented sufficient evidence to show that the victim are in immediate and present danger of domestic abuse, or that the respondent is scheduled to be released from incarceration. I don't think that's it, but within 30 days, and upon the respondent's release, there will be immediate and present danger. But they did mark this one, so I think it's the first one. That they're in immediate and present danger of domestic abuse. I'm assuming she probably went in there with pictures. She probably went in there with some evidence. She's no dummy. And when I looked under exhibits, though, it didn't, it said none, I thought, but. So then this is marked that the petitioner has also presented sufficient evidence to show that the respondent presents a credible threat to the physical safety of a person named in the order of protection as a family member or household member, a child of the family or household member, or a child of the respondent or enjoined party. And then it's also marked that an ex parte temporary order of protection is hereby granted pursuant to the terms herein. And these are hard to get. Like, an order of protection is hard to get. Oh, I think that's the courtroom. I was like, oh shoot, I thought I missed it, but I didn't. So, the respondent is ordered to appear before the court February 17th, but they did get this continued at 9:30 p.m. Does that say p.m.? It does. I think that's supposed to be an A. I would say that's supposed to be an A. It just says a law enforcement officer with jurisdiction is ordered to serve the order of protection on the respondent. So this is warnings to respondent. This would be JLR. A violation of the order of protection is a Class A misdemeanor carrying a maximum penalty of 1 year imprisonment in the county jail or a fine up to $2,500 or both. It is unlawful for an intimate partner who is subject to an order of protection or an individual convicted of a misdemeanor of domestic violence to ship, transport, or possess a firearm or ammunition. Okay. A conviction of violation of an order of protection under this section within 5 years of the previous conviction for violation of an order of protection is a Class D felony carrying a maximum penalty of 6 years imprisonment or a fine up to $10,000. A person who is a respondent or an enjoined party is restrained from harassing, stalking, or threatening a person named in an order of protection as a family or household member, a child of the family or a household member, or a child of the respondent or enjoined party. 5, a person who is a respondent or an enjoined party is restrained from engaging in other conduct that would place a person named in an order of protection as a family or household member, a child of the family or household member or child respondent. Okay. Or enjoined party in reasonable fear of bodily injury, and a person who is a respondent is prohibited from using, attempting to use, or threatening the use of physical force against the person named in the order of protection as a family or household member, a child of the member or household member, or a child of the respondent or enjoined party, which would reasonably be expected to cause bodily injury. Crossing state, territorial, or tribal boundaries to violate this order may result in federal imprisonment. Okay. And this is notice to law enforcement. This order of protection is enforceable in every county of this state by any court or law enforcement officer. Wish you could do it for the whole United States. And then I think that might, let's see. Yeah, I think that's all of it. Yeah. Of that one. Okay. So then they got a return of service. So the attorney party requesting service and has their name, and then the plaintiff, Jamie Phillips, defendant, Jonathan Riches. I should have redacted her last name. And then the service address, that's his address, I believe. I redacted it out. Yeah, it was a Florida address. So the above reference was received on January 23rd, 2026 at 8:06 a.m. and served by the undersigned officer at 12:40 p.m. on the 23rd day of January, 2026 in Pasco County, Florida. So it says individual or person service was made by delivering a true copy of this ex parte order of protection together with a copy of the initial pleadings, if any, with date and hour of service endorsed therein on me to Jonathan Lee Richens after the provisions set forth in sections 48.031 and 1A of Florida statutes have been met. Also, they did so. Okay, so this is return filed, entered by teletype operator. Okay, and it gives their operator thing. So yeah, he got it. They usually will give, like, they'll send one to you and they'll send one to them at the same time. So like you'll get a copy of like what's being like, in the documents, you'll get that copy of like what you're allowed to do, what they're allowed to do, because you can be like, so you can be at the Walmart, right? But if he comes to the Walmart, then he has to leave. Like if he's the one with the order of protection against him, right? It's just like says stuff like that. That's how it is in Ohio anyway. So I don't know. I don't think he went to jail now. But there is a court hearing about it. So I'm wondering. Maybe I have to dig in more. I will dig in more. This is the ex parte. This is the same thing, I think, that we just kind of went over. But it has it says respondent always wears black ball cap. Okay. There was a couple that looked the same. So I just want to make sure. This is the difference. Proof of service just gives the date 1/23/26. So that was before Nancy Guthrie started. And then he just decides, he doesn't, I don't know. That's like, dirty. I don't know. I could not look at my subscribers in the eye, which this is to me, I feel like I'm looking you guys in the eye when I'm like my camera on. But I don't think I could ever do that. Like have DV charges against me and just go on like life as usual. I I mean, did anyone ask in the chat like where's Magnolia and what did he say? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if people were flooding his chat today, but he won't look at it. He will not address this. I'm just telling y'all right now, he will not think about addressing this. He will be like, I don't know what you're talking about. He won't even look at the chat if the chat says something. So then it says declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of Arkansas. Were they in Arkansas? That's the only thing that I don't know. Like, what was going on in Arkansas? They had a baby? Whose baby? I didn't know they had a baby. I know they had a dog. Is that why she's not on here? Oh, he got mad today? Oh, what did he say? There is a 911 call. Oh, I didn't have that. I'll go to X. I mean, there is some stuff. If you go to X, it's like stuff I didn't even ever see before. Why does it say when you go to latest, there's nothing to see here? But oh, that's so dirty. How? Wait, hold on a second. Oh, there we go. People are saying they're trying to say some of these videos that he's done are AI. No, they're really him. If you see some weird videos of him, that's him. Thank you, Pop Not Soda. See, because I don't know. Hey, Latchkey, I don't really know Magnolia that well. I remember doing a video. Like, okay, so I found this video. It was so cute. It was on this was before I knew Magnolia was JLR's girlfriend. I think this is how I found out. But I found it on the internet somewhere, and it was the Sims simulation. She had done it for the Idaho 4, and she did it just for like a visual, but it was so like it was such a good visual to have. And she put like I remember like in some of the bedrooms she would put like a certain like little thing that like represented each victim, kind of like on one of the beds it had like cowboy boots, and I was like, oh, that must have been like Maddie's room, like I don't know. It was really nicely done. It wasn't like to be like funny because it's Sims. It was like meant to be like nice. And I remember she did that. Yeah, being weird in those old clips. I'm seeing some stuff. I saw some stuff earlier and I was like, I can't even show that on YouTube. Like, if you can think of, just think of Judge Hippler. Remember him? Yeah, think of him without the hip. Now I sound like Megyn Kelly because she said that, but she said it the other way without the hip. It's hip instead of hip. Yeah, like he is doing. I mean, I just can't believe it. So this one is just saying that he wanted a motion for continuance. It says, the attorneys for the respondent. I think that he's actually the attorney, though. I don't know for sure, but it does say that it's signed by him. So it just says there's a hearing set for 9:30 on February 17th. Respondent has retained an undersigned counsel on January 30th. Why? Why did it take you over a month from the incident to get a lawyer? You are first on everything. You got to be first. First on the scene. JLR, does he teleport? But that's what I would say if I was that judge. Undersigned counsel needs additional time to obtain and review the pleadings, returns, and any supporting materials, investigate the allegations, confer with the respondent and potential witnesses, assesses applicable defenses, including jurisdictional and procedural issues, and prepare for the evidentiary hearing. Did you write this with AI? Respondent does not reside in the state of Arkansas, has never lived in Arkansas, and will be required to arrange travel to Arkansas. Oh, so you can go anywhere, dude. But this is a problem. This is you got to prepare for this. This is oh, I've never lived there before. I don't know. Can I get an Uber to the? Can I get an Uber from the airport to the courthouse? What do you mean? You got to prepare. You got a cat. Leave him some food. OJ will be fine. I think I think that Magnolia would have to prepare the dog. She probably has the dog still that you got her. I wouldn't leave my dog. Additional time is necessary to secure travel, coordinate witness attendance. Who? Who is what witness? And ensure respondent's meaningful participation in his defense. Good cause exists for a brief continuance so that retained counsel may prepare, okay, and respondent may appear from out of state. Okay, and a continuance will not unfairly prejudice petitioner. Well, okay. Any temporary order presently in effect will remain in effect pending the reset hearing date. Recent? Is that supposed to be recent? The reset hearing date? I don't think that's a word. I think it's supposed to be recent. Okay, so they want a continuance here. They got it. I mean, what are they going? They ain't going to tell them no, right? They never do. They'll give you a continuance for a little while until they just, they get so fed up with you. They're just like, oh, hell no. You're not getting a continuance. You're coming. So me either. Honeybee fly, I don't either. I need to go down there and sneak OJ out. I love that cat. That's the only thing I like about JLR is this cat. Just because I'm an animal lover. But I think that Magnolia has the dog. I was looking at pictures of it when it was little earlier. And welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all for being here. If you don't mind, will you just take a second, hit the like button? It really helps the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're into true crime, I do have a second channel called Titanium Built, and that's where we do all of the true crime stuff. This is a true crime, though. But I figured more people would see it on this channel. Even though my other channel is bigger, I figured it would. So on this day came before the court's respondent motion for continuance. It's granted. Okay. So it's for March 17th at this point, but it's been past that. So now we know what's going on. Now, let me see. What was that? Just want to go back to his stuff so I can grab more of the documents. 1, 2, 3, 4. We read 5. Okay, so the next one is order for continuance scheduled for April 21st. Okay, so I was just making sure I don't think anyone's address is on here. So order for continuance again. For good cause shown, the court finds and orders as follows. The hearing on petitioner's petition for order of protection shall be continued until the 21st day of April, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. and shall be held at Garland County District Courtroom number 2, located in the Garland County District Courts building. I can't even pronounce that. Ottawacha Avenue, Hot Springs, Arkansas. Looks like I need to get a plane ticket. Wouldn't that be something? Any ex parte order of protection previously entered in this matter shall remain in full force and effect without modification pending further order of the courts. I don't know why this is like weird, but. And then down here it just says attempts made list only the date and time 3/17 at 10:53. Date served 3/17 at 10:53. So I don't know why it. Okay, I don't know why it says attempts made because this says served date, so proof of service. Okay, I was just looking to see what the signature was. So April 21st is their I was looking to see the other one. So that's when they go back to court. That looks like that's all the documents there. Really? Maybe they need to go. I mean, someone needs to go to this court proceeding. Yeah, they already granted a 3-year order, yeah. But he does have a court hearing for, the assault. I just don't know, if that's when it says order of continuance for April 21st. Petitioner and respondent served in court. And then the order of so the last thing was on 3/17 at 4:03, and it was a judge's note, and it doesn't really tell us, like, it doesn't let me pull up a document just because it says no document. Order of continuance scheduled for 4/21/2026. Attorneys Jamie Beal for respondent and Angela Eccles for petitioner agreed to 3-year no contact order. Attorneys prepare order. Okay, so now I think we had the order. We think we went through that, but right for nothing. You don't get it for nothing, right? I know that there was okay, so this is kind of humorous in a way, but not. So but it's about me. I remember there was this girl that in my town. I lived in a small town growing up, and there was this girl there, and she was like the biggest bully, let's just say. Like the biggest bully in town. I mean, but this girl wasn't just a bully, like she walked inside someone's house one day and beat them with their own frying pan. The girl had to get like 30 some staples. Like this girl wasn't just a bully. She was like the bully ever, like the biggest bully. Well, I have a mouth. That's my problem. I get that from my dad. Thanks, Dad. I have a problem, and I have a problem when people are being picked on and stuff like that. I don't like, I stand up for people. So I was on the phone with her, and we're like going back and forth, and she's going like, I'm going to beat your ass. And I'm like, oh, you are? Like, what was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. So I go to the courthouse because I'm terrified of this girl. And she says she's going to beat me up next time she sees me. And I'm like, I know she will. And we ran in the same circle because like I hung out with her brother who was cool. He was chill. But then she started hanging around. It was just like a thing. It was like she was just bad news bears. I got to do a whole live over her alone. And I ended up, she did pull up. I'll tell you exactly what happened there too. She pulled up. She was pregnant. I didn't know that at the time. Okay. I said, I am not about to fight a pregnant woman anyway, because I was going to get out. I was in the car. I was like, I should just roll up out of here. Right. But my mouth got me in that position. So I was going to be like, okay, but she had 2 other people with her too. I had one girl with me that was like, not going to do nothing about nothing. So she did pull up and she was just like, my window was down. I remember her trying to come through the window, and I was like, you're pregnant. I remember screaming that. You're pregnant. I was like 16 at the time. Even as a 16-year-old, I knew, like, what are you doing, lady? And this was back in like the early 2000s. Like, so, I mean, you know, back in the day where people would be like, well, your face ain't pregnant. I was not one of those people. I was like, you get this crazy woman away from me. So I went down to the courthouse. And her stepdad was the chief of police. That's how she got out of everything. Well, something happened. Well, I went in there and they wouldn't give me a restraining order. I was trying to get a restraining order on her because I was terrified. They told me basically like something has to happen to you before we can give you the restraining order. Like in this case, like in my case, and I'm like, but she threatened to beat me up. Like, I know that's like weird. But I'm like, y'all know her. Right. So then that night when she swung in the car, I didn't call the popo, but someone did. I remember them coming. So we all had to go to court. So I go into court. Yeah, my daddy's the law, right? Yeah. So I go into court and I'm like with my mom. And I mean, I don't go to court. You know what I mean? Like I do for the dog, but not for myself. So I go into court and this person, She told the judge and everybody that I kicked her ass. I said, "I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take that." Because then everybody in town will be like terrified of me, right? So I think it was the bailiff. The bailiff came in. He said, "Tanya," he actually called me by my last name because they knew me by my last name. And he's like, "Go home. Go home. She's in there telling the judge that you beat her up." And I'm like, "What?" What? It was, yeah. So it was a good story. Yeah, I just couldn't. Yeah, daddy's a law. My daddy's a law. He will get me out of it, and he did. He did. Oh yeah, he's bad. Yeah, he's bad. He really is. I mean, they even have like YouTubers making thousands of dollars from ghoulishly hanging around crime scenes and unfounded theories. Like the New York Post was even writing about him. Like just that he, you know, got some pizza delivered to him. Like just being all up on the property, being in people's faces. And then you got, the naked people that were out there. It was a shit show. It is still a shit show. We should go on to JLR's live and be like, tell us what's going on. Oh, well, he was at 12K. Now he's at 11K. That's a lot less than what he had in the beginning of when he was doing this case. So like last night he did 12-hour live. Normally he'd have like 1 million views, which is sickening. He got 385K, which is still sickening. She never came after me again, Blue Holly. She actually wanted to be my friend after that, and I was terrified of her. I was like, "Oh, just pretend like she's cool." Right. I believe Magnolia too. Really? Well, good. I hope he loses more. I hope this affects him because nothing else has. Nothing. The dude has planted evidence at crime scenes. He's waved signs. He's been in people's faces. He's yelled at people while they're going to court, which that part is sort of funny sometimes. But like he's always just in the way. He acts like he pretends like he is a victim's family member to get like a story. He has sued over like 4,000 people. He sued okay. What I started the live off with is what I'm going to tell you guys now. He sued so the Guinness World Book of Records gave him the title of he sued the most people. I'd be like, cool, right? I mean, like that's like his thing, suing people. So I thought he would be like, that's cool, right? No, he sued Guinness World Book of Records for giving him the record. Yeah, you never put your hands on a woman, period. It does hit differently if you've been there. He sued Mother Teresa. Yeah. He sued the Kardashians, Donald Trump, most litigious man in the world. Yeah. What else can you do there? Who else can you sue? Don't sue me. I ain't got no money. You come after my studio. You don't sue me for my table back there. Yeah, he's sued everybody. I don't even know how he sued some of these people that he sued. I guess you could sue anybody if you want to. Doesn't it cost money though to like start the process to sue somebody? I mean, he was in prison suing people. I mean, you got a lot of time on your hands when you're in prison, I guess. Oh, that's what it was? For not giving him the title. Oh, I thought it was for giving him. I was like, "Oh my God." I read that wrong then. I didn't read the not. Oh, thanks, Barry. Oh, wow. Well, still. Look at him. You didn't get JLR. You need a break. Obviously. You needed a break, a while ago. But if you just put your hands on your girlfriend just a few months ago, maybe it's time to take a little break ski. Maybe you're getting a little upset. Maybe a lot of upset. I mean, I don't know if this is you. Is this you? Are you this kind of person? I don't know. But this ain't a good look. He should be in jail. A lot of us have been there, yes. And a lot of us, yeah, a lot of us don't report, or we report and things don't get done, and then you just feel like you're freaking lost, and then what do you do now? Like, if it my situation, if it wasn't for my sister-in-law, I don't know where that situation would have headed. You know what I mean? Like, she was just so great. Like, I mean, she was just great. Like, and they were having a busy day. You could tell like phones were going, and I could hear people like doing things. And as soon as I walked in there and she saw me, it was like nobody was talking. Like everything just went silent. She was like, "We're not going to do this, you know?" Oh my gosh, no, he didn't. Because he wasn't like, what's wrong with him? What is wrong with him? An aunt. Oh, that's all. I had an aunt that probably would have helped me, actually. We didn't get along, but we did. When things were, like, tough, do you know what I mean? Like, and I needed somebody, she was there. He is a walking red flag. I should send him one of my red flags. I know, yes. I know that he was from Pennsylvania because that's where his parents live, I guess, up there, and I think that that used to be their summer house or something. This is how I'm thinking about it. I think this is how it goes, and then they gave it to him or something because you can even tell by the decorations. That's not decorated like a man. It's decorated like an older woman. No, I mean, take offense. I mean, 68. I know it's like really nice here. I'm gonna go over to that store today, that Dillard. There's a new store at the mall, and I'm just wanting to go see what it's about. And I'm gonna go get him a gym membership tomorrow. Your girl's gonna. I need to get out of the house and not just to my gym. You know what I mean? It's 67 here. I could take that. That's his mama's house. That's what I thought. Latchkey. Okay, that's what I thought. Because I looked at that decor, you know me. You know I look just like with Idaho 4 and that weird William guy that's not even doesn't even know him, but says he knows him. I was like, "You're living in your mama's house," because you could tell by Pennsylvania decor too. I'm sorry, but you do. Like, I'm from Philadelphia myself, and it's just different. Like Philadelphia, New Jersey, their families there, they'll all live together. Like you'll have grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, or they'll all at least be like on the same city block. Like I feel like a lot of the families are just more family oriented there. So like, I don't know, but yeah, actually, you're so close to me. You are so close to me. You have to get a hold of me. I would let you know where I stay. I trust you because you're super close. I was actually just in Dayton. When was I in Dayton? The other day. Dayton kind of scares me sometimes though. You'll be somewhere kind of nice, then all of a sudden, bam, you're in the ghetto. Like there is no in between there. I have a friend that lives downtown Dayton, like downtown. I don't know. I remember what road it is, but her house is one of those like loft apartments, and it's like one of those ones that's like $5,000 a month, because they be having lots of money, and it's beautiful. I love it so much. Yeah, my email's titaniumboo@gmail.com, which I need to change that. Yeah, I know you said that the other day, and I was like, because I was like, I looked at the picture, I was like, I know her, and then you changed her name. His mom makes him an Easter basket every year, and she treats him like he's a child. Wow, I believe that. Historic. I think I was near there. I think I might have been near there before. I used to come down here, like, okay, so I lived in Chillicothe, and I used to go to Dayton because my friends went to school down there. So some of my friends, one friend went to Wright State, one friend went to Sinclair, like that was down in Dayton. So we would always like meet up, and it was so much fun. And then the next day I would have to drive back to my house, to my parents or my to work, mostly to work, and I'd be changing in the car. Don't ask me how I didn't get a ticket from that. I mean, I am in Ohio. And I cover a lot of Ohio cases. So if you guys are into true crime, I do true crime on my second channel, my first channel, Titanium Built. Yeah, my friend went to Sinclair, and I would sit there. I remember sitting there in like their library, and I'd wait for him to get out of school, like so we could go drinking. It was my early 20s. Everything happened in my early 20s, and then I kind of quit. I didn't see any blood in the room. Yeah, I don't think they would necessarily say that what was in the room. I've actually broken my nose and it didn't bleed at all, just to let you know. I mean, and I don't know. Maybe it's because it was like the 13th time, lucky number 13th. My nephew, bless his soul. He was 2. You know, when you pick up some kids, they do this, like with their body, it goes like limp, and you're like, what the hell are you doing? So I did that. I picked him up, and he whacked his head right into my nose, and he was my baby. So I sat him down. I sat him down at the time. I was like, do not throw that baby. Do not throw that baby, because it hurt really bad. And I was waiting on it to come out, like the blood and all the things. And I sat him down, and he's just looking up at me. And I'm like, and I remember looking in the mirror, and there was just nothing there. But I've also been in car accidents where I've broken my nose, and it was so bad that if I lost another quarter, like a quarter, like something, or if I would have walked another quarter mile, I would have lost so much blood, I would have passed out, like, and been like done. So I've had both, you know what I mean? So necessarily it might not break. I wonder, especially if you do like the septum, if it were to like would put, I don't know, pressure on that. That's just, she has to get surgeries for this, and usually they break it if it's okay. So if it's crooked, they'll re-break it, and they'll set it, and then they put gauze in, and they start here in your nasal cavity, and then it comes out one nostril. So it's in your nasal cavity, in through your nose, comes out the nostril, will go in the second nostril, and then it'll be tied in here. And then after 10 days, they will remove the bandage. And then I think I think after that, you can even take the little thing off your nose after 10 days. It's terrible though. You're in pain. And I don't know about the septum too. I only had the nose part. So I've had the septum and stuff done now, but not back then. But I did have, this was when I was like 19, 20, when I had those nose procedures. My car accident, I don't think I broke my nose in the one in 2014, which I broke everything else, but I didn't break my nose. Yes. And I have that, like I have stuff that's wrong with my sinuses and it's bad. Like I've got like like right here, it's a hole in my nose so that my tears will flow through my nostril on this side, because I have a fake eye. So it's like, it's just a thing that they had to do. It's weird. And then Vincent actually, when he met me, I had like this little hose for that. No, I just had that surgery done. I wonder if it was for a deviated septum. Oh, mine broke, and it was so bad. And then I had to get it done again. I don't know why I had to get it done again, because the second time I got it done, I hope Magnolia don't listen to this, because this scares shit out of me. I woke up one day, and the gauze had traveled down my nasal passage and was coming down my back of my throat. This like bloody gauze. And I remember I was just drinking Sprite like out of a straw, and I was sipping it, because I think you couldn't open your mouth very wide or something. So I was sipping it, and I called my mom at work, 773-3555. That was her work number. It's not there anymore. The building's gone. But I called her and I was like, Mom, I think I'm choking on the gauze. And she come flying down. We lived like 2 minutes from her work. And she grabbed me, and we went to the hospital, and they pulled that out. And it felt like I was just like a newborn. Like it felt like I was just like, because I got all this air for the first time in my nose and it was like the 9th day. So they were like, just take it off. But I hope that just everything that happens for her is positive, and I hope her surgeries go well. I hope she has, like, family and friends and a support system and, things like that, and I know that if she needed that, there would be people here on this app for her, and I hope she decides to come back, you know? I haven't seen anything posted on her, like, on her page for a year, but I really do hope she decides to come back and she does her own true crime, right? I mean, because she was good. She was good. So I don't know how they stay with Norma, me either. I think it's scared of being alone. You're told all these bad things about yourself. You're told you're fat, you're ugly, you're a piece of shit, or whatever it may be. And these women or men, after time, they believe that, and then they think, well, who else will want me? They say they're the only person that will want me, and it's hard to get out of those situations. I'm not sure it worked. I can't breathe out of my right nostril. I gave up on it. Yeah, you get used to the relationship. Yeah, you just and you don't want to be alone, and you maybe don't know how to be alone. Maybe you've been with this person your whole life, like, your whole, like, teenage years and adult life. So, hey, hoodies. I don't know, zombie. We're all learning together, kind of. I mean, I knew some things, but I didn't know all things. Oh, let me do this. Everybody go watch this video. If you have some time today, I mean, it's an hour long. It's worth it. Because I'm gonna watch this again actually today. It's only an hour and you can speed it up, but you'll be hooked. Like, once you start watching this, you'll be like, "Oh, damn. He did that. Oh, he did that. Oh, he did this. Oh, he did this." Like, yeah. So Deets on the Streets did a video a year ago, just putting together everything. Just everything that's ever been done up until a year ago. So, she did a really good job on the video. Let me leave all these pages. Yeah. I can't believe that I can actually mark out things. Oh, and this is what I was gonna show you too. So when you go when you go to Google, right? And you Google Jonathan Lee Riches, that's his name. This is what you get. Like, you get what you get. I mean, like, look at this picture. That's a scary looking picture. Like, what are you doing, dude? This was someone said he should file one against his, like, dentist and his barber, like a lawsuit right here. The first comment. Christopher, you're too cheap. You're going to hell for that. You really are. But I mean, like, you see what you see what pulls up. Like, he has his own Wikipedia page, convicted fraudster. And then you have, like, this. I read that earlier. They totally failed Nancy. Social media explodes as Savannah remains missing for nearly 50 days. Why does it say Savannah? Yeah. And then he's even, like, on AI. Like, look at this, the AI overview. Jonathan Lee Riches is a convicted federal felon turned prolific litigant and online true crime sleuth, known for filing over 2,600 frivolous lawsuits. I think he's actually like 4,000 against celebrities, politicians, and corporations. Previously incarcerated for wire fraud, now he works as a YouTube reporter, often covering high-profile crime cases. And in his spare time, being a complete waste. Yeah. Oh, I read it. Yeah, I read his Wikipedia. It's insanity. Stella, what do you mean? What are you saying there? So, Stella, are you okay? You don't truly believe this. It was late at night. They were on vacation. It was a holiday. Are you talking about what we're talking about? Perhaps there was alcohol involved, and that's why she waited 10 plus hours to call the police. Maybe she was drunk and fell down. No. I don't give a fudge about what she's done in the past or what so that means it's okay for her to get her hands put on. A judge granted this. A judge, not Magnolia. Magnolia didn't just go down there and go, okay, yep, and now it's all me. I filed all the paperwork. I got me a protection order, 3 years. It is only fair to look at every possible aspect, but there's not another possible aspect right now. A judge gave her a 3-year protection order. There had to have been evidence that she presented in court in order for that judge to go through and look at her. So I bet you she had pictures and everything, video. I bet you she had it all. And she probably said, here you go. And he looked through that and he said, oh, hell, because he gave her he gave her a temporary one. Yeah, no one deserves that. Do you know what JLR has done? You know that he acted like a family member of a Sandy Hook victim? I mean, wherever you want to do. I mean, whatever you want to do. But I'm just going to say, just one of these days, you're going to, that is just not good. A judge from a different state, because it happened in that they have to go to a judge in the state that it happened in. Do you think that he would get a better, so you think that it would be not guilty if it was in Florida? What are you talking about? Oh, does he? Oh, he does. On stuff. I love that. He didn't come over to me. Do you want out? I think Mia just took his bed. Thanks, Tinny. I just got it. Well, I just got these little bibs. I'm like, I wanted some last year. I'm gonna let the cat out. I wanted some last year and I didn't get them, and I got them this year, and I'm like, living in these. Oh, maybe I will be. It's hurt. Thank you, Rocky. See ya. See ya. Bye. Sorry, I had to cough. 82. Hey, Andrea, welcome in. Thank you. Thank you guys all for subscribing. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We do talk a little bit about this, that, and the other. I do have an email for this channel. I think it's Gmail. I think it's Unfiltered with Tanya, but let me double check. I just got it. Add another account probably. I don't know my password. Oh, look, continue. That's me. Oh, it wants me to put my finger all the way back here where my laptop is. So I think that's what it is. Yeah, so if you want to send me any anything that you want me to go over, yeah, Unfiltered with Tanya. And then yeah, and then I want to do a series on this channel of like story times. I think that'd be fun. I mean, I'll even tell my own story times, right? But if you have any funny ones or any like bad first date ones or any bad date ones, I think those would be kind of fun to read out. So this happened December 25th, 2025. Isn't a little too early to be drinking. There's not really 3 sides to a story. No, there's not, in my opinion. Yeah. That could be JLR, actually. He used to troll chats. What a shitty Christmas, right? And Tenny said, "Nope, I got my beer." I love that. Actually, I would have a beer with you guys. I really would. And I'm not even a drinker, but I totally would. I said I'm gonna do like a meet and greet in Ohio, like someday, like probably this summer, maybe because of all the cases we cover over on the channel that I have to deal with Ohio. We're getting a lot of Ohio people in there and like the surrounding states. Yeah. And then whoever can't, we'll just have to fly out. She hasn't spoke out at all. Right, Andrea, me too. I always, I mean, I will always be with the side of the victim, and it's not like this is her, you know, third time doing this to like, three different people and like, or, this is just, she stepped away very quietly and, that's all. Oh, me, do you do the Chroma babies, Chroma reels? Help me. Who does the Chroma babies? I'm smiling. I do love those. I love your channel actually. And who else was in here? There was a couple people in here that I saw. I was like, oh, go back up. Davis fam, but I don't know your new name. Don't remember your new name now. See? You changed it. Hey, allegedly Lisa. And welcome in, everybody. Oh, what's he doing? Putting pans away. I'm like, I think he's putting pans away. These dogs will think he's eating something. Man, well, at least Stella told us how she really felt. Yes, I pray she's okay. That's me too, Andrea. That's what I said. I hope that she, is able to find. I hope she has that in her life because it's hard to go through something, any trauma, anything that's traumatic by yourself. Stella, I don't care. The judge gave her this. Do you think she just walked in there and asked for it and the judge said, okay, sure, awesome? And we've got JLR that likes to pretend like he's hanging out with Trump. I know, Gravity. That's where I first saw this, and I was like, nerdy. Has he went live about this yet? I wonder if he has, because he is pretty funny. I like him when I'm glad that he's doing good. So as far as we know, he didn't get arrested. Yeah, Colleen. I watched a little bit of her stuff during I think like Idaho 4 or something. Oh, he won't talk about it. Chroma Reels. I don't think he will. I don't think he'll talk about it at all. Why would he, I mean, like literally, like he would only do that. I just don't see him doing it. I don't he wouldn't even do that. He wouldn't. I don't know. If somebody was accusing me of that, I would come out and say something. And I usually keep my mouth shut about everything that's drama related. I try to, unless, I just can't, unless I'm in the chats and I'm like speed typing. But I don't think he's going to say anything. I didn't either. I thought Magnolia was her name. I think it's such a pretty name, Magnolia. It's like a flower. Oh, that's a flower. That's my mom's actually. I think it's like one of her favorite flowers. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. I am going to jump off here. I think that's all I really have for you guys for this subject. But we will be going over some more, commentary stuff. I do want to go over this. I don't know if you guys have heard of this guy, but his name is Bradley on a Budget. If you want to see like crazy frugal, do not spend a penny person, like I'll have we'll do a live on it here in a few days. But he is this creator, a YouTube creator, that he reuses his dental floss. He will like use it and then he'll put it on like his soap or something, like his little soap dispenser, and use it again. I mean, it's, like, way frugal. He has, like, holes in his shoes, and it's like he has the money to, like, spend now. He has, like, over a half or, like, over a $500,000 or something, but he's just one of those guys, when you start watching him, you're just like, "You gotta keep watching." So I'm gonna bring him over to this platform. He's gonna be like, Where did I end up?" Because like and all these people are going after him about, like, his frugalness because it is bad, like and then, he'll do his deep cleaning, but he won't he you should see his sponge, like, he cut it in half, and it used to be, like, one of those, like, um, the smiley face, we have them here, the sponge daddy or whatever they're called, but he cut it in half, which is fine because then you get, like, twice the use, they say, but his turned such a different color, he finally got rid of it because a guy was coming over. I mean, I have to bring him you'll have to see him, it'll be funny. Like, you'll be like, "What?" Thank you, Audrey, I appreciate that. See, I didn't know Ashes because I didn't know about, just, like, till the other day. I was, in my other on my other page, and we were in the live, we were talking about Nancy Guthrie, and I was just like, "Why where's Magnolia?" And I was like and someone in the chat was like, "Oh, they broke up," and I'm like, "Oh, like, that's so sad," like, blah, blah, like, I felt so bad for him, and, like, he's all alone, and so, yeah, bad pass is still going. Oh, yes, you've seen him hoodies? That's what like, on his lives, like, he always deletes his lives afterwards, so always I gotta be watching, like, he thinks it's TikTok over here where he can just delete stuff like that. How rude, I was watching. But, like, a bunch of people, I guess, are, like, going after him about, like, how, like, they think that that's, like, his little, like, area that he stays in, like, that apartment, like, he doesn't really live there and stuff, and he's like, "No, I really do." Like, it's to the point where he unplugs everything, including his refrigerator to save money. He used snow from outside to refrigerate his food. That's not unhealthy. Only most of you. Yeah, I don't get much. Sue Vincent. Yeah, Magnolia has a YouTube channel. It's actually right here. Let me put it in the chat. It's sad because it still has him in the background though. There's the Oh, thank you, Hoodies, for gifting 5 memberships. Tina got it and Casey, Perry, allegedly Lisa, and Law and stuff. Thank you so much. Actually, I think I have some. I meant to do that. Oh, I still have like okay, I just sent 5. I still have 10. I thought I only had 5. So we'll do 5 on the other one. Thank you for another wow, look dang, Hoodies, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much. And I just gifted 5 and they went to Diane, Norma, Happy, Football Mom, and I don't know who else. Actually, I think I read 5. 1, 2. I read 4. I don't know why it only gave 4. That's weird. Oh wait, did it give it to you, Hoodies? But no, you got yours. What if it was gonna try to give it to you and then it didn't? You're welcome. I always forget about my stuff over here. Sometimes I just want to go live. Like it'll be the end of the month and I didn't do anything over here. I'm like, crap, didn't do my memberships. And so then I forget. But I will be on this channel more. If you don't see me, you might not see me with this background. I might be in the bedroom with my little chair. I'm trying to figure out like how to set that little spot up in the other room to where you can see the pictures of like behind me. I might have to get like a couple smaller ones to put down like low because I want that to be my other spot to do streaming from. So since Vincent works. So. Hey Astro. And thank you so much, Hoodies, for all the memberships and being a member. Did you see where I put I put this is Magnolia's channel in the chat. And then if you guys want to watch something about JLR and it tells everything about him, like the greatest breakdown ever, there's Deets' live from a year ago. She did a good job on that. And if you guys need to get a hold of me, you can either contact me through Unfiltered with Tanya, Tanya, or you can always go over and contact me on my other channel, titaniumbuiltboo@gmail.com. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. I'm going to go do some stuff. I loved watching Dietz's. I watched it a while back. I might need to watch it again. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. I will be back on later this evening. Probably. Yeah, I'll probably be back one. Maybe we'll do like open panel or something. Maybe we'll do something over here. Maybe we'll do something just like chilled, relaxed. I still have we were going to do like these like different hand sanitizers. I still have that one in the bag from the Sephora. And then I have the ones from Target and then the ones from Dollar Tree. And I was going to do like comparison. Maybe we could do something like that and then just like chit chat while we're doing that, like just gossip. Gossip, chit chat, and we'll look at hand sanitizers or something. But thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for the likes, the memberships, the super chats, and everything you guys have done. It really does help the channel. And I appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to try to get this banner down. Actually, if anyone needs it, you can always just rewind it, but I'm going to take the banner down. Okay. Thank you guys for being here again. I'll see you guys all later. Bye.
So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. Coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. So you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne.